Welcome back to PLURfect EDM. Today, we're diving into the explosive rise of drum and bass music in the United States. From down in the underground of warehouse raves to major festival stages, drum and bass is carving out an undeniable space in the American EDM scene. We'll explore how drum and bass has evolved stateside, highlight some OG artists, and take a look at innovative crossovers with artists from other genres. So let's get started. To truly understand the rise of drum and bass in the United States, we need to look back at the genre's origins. Drum and bass emerged in the UK in the early 1990s, stemming from the jungle scene. It is characterized by fast breakbeats, heavy bass, and sub-bass lines, heavily influenced by genres like jazz, reggae, hip-hop, techno, and dubstep. Drum and bass was birthed by a blossoming nightclub culture and rave scene in the UK, and the genre as we know it today includes a slew of subgenres like liquid D&B, jump-up breakcore, and hardstep. By 1991, producers began stripping away some of the heavy sampling found in the hardcore genre, creating more bassline-driven tracks, which paved the way for hardcore jungle, later simplified to just jungle. Key figures like Goldie and Doc Scott laid the groundwork for what would become drum and bass. By 1994, jungle was gaining mainstream popularity, and fans became a recognizable part of youth subculture. However, jungle faced a unique set of challenges as it was often associated with gang violence. This association sometimes overshadowed its more positive influence and connection to the rave scene of the time. By the mid-90s, producers began moving toward drum and bass, which became more widely accepted by 1997. This is when those subgenres we mentioned really began to take shape. Early pioneers of the genre include Goldie, LTJ Bukem, and Andy C. Goldie, often seen as a foundational figure of drum and bass, released his album Timeless in 1995, which combined hardcore drum and bass beats with orchestral elements. LTJ Bukem, who has his own label, Good Looking Records, is known for his atmospheric sound featuring smooth, jazzy elements. Bukem was instrumental in developing the intelligent drum and bass subgenre. And DJ and producer Andy C. became known for his electric sets and lightning-fast mixing. His contributions to the electronic dance music scene helped elevate drum and bass profile, particularly within the club circuit. As the 90s progressed and drum and bass began to expand the influence on other genres, it wasn't long before the sound made waves across the Atlantic. The crossover of D&B in the US was certainly gradual. While quickly gaining traction in Europe, the genre's journey in the US took a bit more time. Cities like New York and San Francisco were early adopters, hosting warehouse parties that featured drum and bass artists. These underground raves started to build a dedicated drum and bass fan base. As raves and festivals started to gain popularity in the early 2000s and 2010s, drum and bass slowly but surely began to find its place among the lineups. Festivals like Nocturnal Wonderland, Electric Daisy Carnival, and Beyond Wonderland began booking D&B artists like Netski, Subfocus, Dimension, Andy C, and Culture Shock. Today, some festivals feature dedicated drum and bass stages, showcasing artists that are both huge across the pond in the UK and emerging in the United States. These bookings and dedicated stages have really helped establish drum and bass as a force that is here to stay within the rave scene. The success of these stages has led to even more D&B acts being added to the lineups, making D&B a staple at major events. Let's highlight some of the key artists who have driven this D&B resurgence today. Andy C., who we referred to a few minutes ago, is often revered as the godfather of D&B for a reason. To this day, the energy and mixing at his sets are unmatched, and he remains a fan favorite at festivals. Netski, with a sound that blends melodic elements into the classic drum and bass style, has amassed a massive fan following. His collaborations with artists like 1991, Montel 2099, and Subfocus have helped bolster this following, bridging the gap between mainstream EDM and D&B. Subfocus, known for his incredibly diverse sound, has become a game-changer for the genre in the American EDM scene. He has been featured on many festival lineups, offering his sounds to D&B purists and casual fans alike. Songs like I Found You, Ready to Fly, and Desire have earned Subfocus a special place in many fans' hearts. And finally, Chase and Status, this British duo has played an extremely pivotal role in popularizing drum and bass on a global scale. Known for their genre-blending sound, they seamlessly incorporate elements of dubstep, reggae, and even drill into their productions. Their production prowess is notable, featuring incredibly talented vocalists on many of their tracks. Their live performances are nothing short of incredible, full of energy and stunning visuals, helping draw in fans from other EDM genres who may have otherwise not been exposed to drum and bass. In the United States, they've been key in introducing D&B to the mainstream, frequently headlining major festivals and collaborating with artists across genres. One new trend is how non-drum and bass artists who usually don't dabble in D&B are embracing this genre and its elements in their music. Some examples are Skrillex, While primarily known for dubstep, Skrillex has released several tracks showcasing his love for drum and bass and has leaned into this passion in his live sets. He has highlighted his appreciation for D&B for years. Zed's Dead. This Canadian duo has been a staple in the bass music scene since the early 2000s and are known for their willingness to explore and incorporate other genres. They've been known to weave D&B elements into their live sets, helping introduce many fans to the genre. Zed's Dead has also hosted dedicated drum and bass shows and released their own D&B tracks like Backbus with Reaper. John Summit, primarily known for his house tracks. John Summit recently made a foray into drum and bass through his collaboration with Subfocus on their track Go Back. The track features each artist's signature melodic style and incorporates Subfocus's classic D&B sound. This collaboration has been commercially successful, helping introduce many of Summit's house-focused audience to drum and bass, effectively bridging the gap between the genres. And finally, we have Alice in Wonderland. Usually known for her future bass and trap sound, she has been exploring both techno and drum and bass lately, showcasing her versatility as an artist. Her collaboration with Dimension on Satellite is a prime example of this crossover. The track highlights Dimension's intricate drum and bass production, creating a powerful sound. This collaboration also makes D&B more accessible to a wider audience while staying true to the genre's roots. Looking ahead, the future of this genre in the United States looks bright. There are plenty of emerging artists in the scene, and more non-D&B artists are looking to infuse their sound with the genre, either by incorporating drum and bass elements within their sets or releasing dedicated drum and bass tracks. These fresh takes on the genre ensure D&B continues to evolve. More festivals are embracing drum and bass, and audiences are growing, so we can likely expect more integration of the genre into mainstream EDM. Labels like Hospital Records and Ram Records, which have been instrumental in pushing acts like Chase and Status and Subfocus into the mainstream, are actively supporting new talent and fostering growth for upcoming artists. So there you have it. The rise of drum and bass in the US has been a thrilling journey, and it's still one to watch. As we continue to see this genre evolve, there's no doubt it will play an integral role in shaping the future of electronic dance music in America.